What makes witnessing grief and engaging in lament challenging, particularly within Asian American Christian communities?
For my own life, I think a lot of what puts a ceiling or a lid on how attuned I am to those emotions around grief is around modeling. When I consider how I was raised or my childhood and what was permitted, what kind of emotions were permissible to bring out or okay to show and demonstrate, what kind of emotions were covered up or suppressed. We probably weren't sat down and somebody said, well, when this kind of event happens, this is how you should react. We just saw our parents or the adults in the room navigate it on instinct. And so I think a lot of what goes through my mind is what are the cultural norms around grief and expressing ourselves. And it can be a very confusing question because the answer that I know that I would have gotten if I had enough awareness to ask it in childhood was, well, you do what we did in Korea. But that answer would not have necessarily made sense to me here because I would say, well, I'm Korean in the southeastern United States. And that experience of being in a different geographic location at a different period in history from when you grew up in Korea may not make it so easy for me to do what you did as a child. So I think there's a lot of incongruency that we experience around the extremes of these kinds of emotions and experiences that create a lot of uncertainty on what is appropriate, what is the right way to express.